It looks like we're rolling.
What is up? This is Rafa. I'm here with Jamie for Super Bitchin' Rock and Roll. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about whatever and wherever and whenever.
Episode number 1.
Yeah, lots of evers.
Well, I know you love horror music, and we were talking about this earlier. So you were telling me this is one of your favorite...
I mean, I think Return of the Living Dead is one of the greatest films of all time, and I think that's undeniable. Like, there's a lot of horror movies that I mean, there's a couple of them that transcend the genre that are pretty acclaimed all over, like The Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
And such, but a lot of movies are just loved by horror fans. You know, Return of the Living Dead is definitely loved by horror fans.
I didn't have my mic on.
Yeah, of course. When have we ever started an episode and you had your mic on?
I'll leave it. That's fine. I'm sure you can hear me.
Uh-huh. Right, so so definitely Return of the Living Dead is a masterpiece, and it's a great film for like so many different reasons.
It was gory and funny, so that's what I could like. I liked it because of the humor. It was just so outrageous that it was still good. If it was torturous and, I don't like those horror movies that are too real and too scary, but that was goofy enough that I loved it. So,
Night of the Living Dead was like directed by George Romero.
The original you're talking about there.
Right.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead from 1969.
And that was spooky.
Directed by George Romero. Written by, I think, the two of them, or maybe just John Russo himself. And then, when the film became successful, they split the franchise in two. And Russo was able to keep the Living Dead name, and Romero got to keep the name Dead. So that's why the Romero sequels to Night of the Living Dead are Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead,
okay,
Land of the Dead.
I had no idea.
Whereas in Return of the Living Dead, they reference Night of the Living Dead. It's an unofficial sequel, but the way they do it in the movie is they say that in the Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead exists as a movie, but they say that it's a movie that's based on a true story. You know what I mean? Oh, that really happened. What happened in that movie? That really happened. We got the canisters down here to show you.
I need to see Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead again.
So it was John Russo's take on the sequel, because Dawn of the Dead came out in 1978, and I could talk about why. I could talk about Romero for a little while if I wanted to, but I want to talk about John Russo. Romero had done Dawn of the Dead in 1978. He did Day of the Dead in 1985.
Oh, is that much longer?
Same year, Return of the Living Dead came out.
Oh.
So it was two kind of Night of the Living Dead-esque sequels, and Romero behind one of them. The other one, Return of the Living Dead, shits all over Dawn of the Dead. I mean, in the box office, you know what I mean? Like, it's immediately beloved and embraced. You know what I mean? What else? I mean, that Linnea Quigley, love her. Do you know who she is?
I know that name.
She's the one that got naked in Return of the Living Dead. Her name was Trash.
She was in everything. I know that name.
She was in Night of the Demons, another one of my very favorite. But see, Night of the Demons is not one that I would think transcends the horror genre the way that Return of the Living Dead does. Again, God, what was I gonna say about it? Oh, when you picture a zombie going for your brains specifically and saying brains, that is Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure is. Let's hear some of that soundtrack music.
Yeah, the soundtrack being another reason why this film is incredible. It doesn't get old. Play it again and again.
It's it's definitely of the time. Goofy, synthy sounds, but it gets better and better.
Yes. You know what? This song is probably why I think, the original Mad World?
Mad World?
Yeah, I think it's Tears for Fears.
Oh, okay.
This song and the way they build is probably a big reason why I think that song would be great for a zombie movie.
Interesting.
Matter of fact, let's pull it up after this. Unless you don't want to.
Great tension, you know. And
right? Got the distortion. Yeah. Zombies are coming out of the ground. You know what I'm saying? They're just everywhere. They're coming out of the ground more and more. Send more paramedics. That's another iconic line from the film. Send more paramedics. You know why? Because the paramedics come and they're bombarded by zombies. Eat their brains and shit. Then these zombies are smart enough to get into the paramedic thing, get on the CD radio and go, send more paramedics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like absurd. You know what I mean? And so because of that, that's an iconic line.
I need to watch this again. I mean, seriously.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen it since it was brand new on VHS and I was working at a video store, I think.
It's also very punk rock. It's very much a punk rock movie.
It's a punk rock movie.
So there's like a million reasons why it's such a great movie. It really is such a masterpiece.
Yeah, the 45 Graves song is awesome.
The entire soundtrack is like that, though. The entire soundtrack is
The whole soundtrack is punk rock songs other than the score?
I
don't remember.
It's great rock songs of the time that are not played out. Like most of the fucking rock songs of any fucking movie are. You know what I mean? When you use music from the 70s and you're like, oh,
right. Yeah,
this
song fits
again.
that mood, this song fits that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we hear it all the time.
Like, I remember thinking that when I saw Black Phone. Did you see Black Phone?
See what?
Black Phone?
Black what?
Black Phone.
Phone. Black Phone. No.
Yeah.
We had this loud.
That had a... Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We'd be loud. No, Black Phone was like, it was this Ethan Hawke horror movie, but it took place in the 70s and they had all those 70s songs, but it was like all the same ones that you've heard a million fucking times in every 70s movie. Like, it's okay in Dazed and Confused because I don't feel like in 1995 we had heard those songs a million fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like by now, fucking find other songs from the 70s that are also good, that really showcases the fact that A, you know what I'm saying, you really like the 70s, and B, you know something obscure to kind of bring to the table.
I say that every time I turn on classic rock radio. Why hear the same fucking songs when there's a million great...
Oh yeah, right. Come on, right?
B-sides or whatever.
You're the station that's supposed to fucking focus on this, right? Like any fucking pop station could play this fucking shit. You know what I mean? But speaking of that, no, the Return of the Living Dead had an incredible soundtrack. All this stuff was not stuff that's played out, and then you have like another one, Demons. 1985,
that was like the
Italy.
The mean version of Gremlins? I don't remember.
It was much more like Return of the Living Dead, even though it was demons. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of like a demon might scratch you. You got scratched by a demon.
You turn into one or you
die?
Yeah,
you're done. You're going to turn into a demon. You know what I mean? But it was Italian, and they had a great fucking soundtrack of like classic rock and rock shit that's not the typical shit that's played in everything. You know what I mean? I mean, it's really good when you have like but yeah, I'm not the only person. It's not this is not my opinion. This is something that's been certified.
Right.
Everybody talks about the incredible soundtrack
on Demons.
That these Demons and Return of the Living Dead.
Cool.
Demons is just like Demons 2. You know what I mean? If you're nerdy enough to know that obscure reference, then you'll catch it. But Return of the Living Dead,
this is a great tune, yeah.
This is one of the things that they're iconic for. So, do you want to pull up Tears for Fears? Mad World?
Certainly.
Do you like that song?
It's alright.
I like both versions of it.
Let's do the lyric one, even though it's probably wrong. They do that all the time.
Well, this one's pretty simple enough.
Probably.
Hopefully they'll get it right. But see, yeah, like right there, just the way it sounds. I feel like zombies are coming out of their graves right now.
Cool.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, what has this song been used in?
Donnie Darko.
Okay.
But they did a remake of it and it's slowed down. And it's really cool. It actually is better. But this one is fucking dope and people overlook it because the other one's so fucking haunting.
Yeah.
This one is still fucking haunting and it's like jamming too. I feel like this is a great Halloween party song. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying.
I wonder who else has covered this.
But
I saw a local band do Depeche Mode recently.
we can listen to the cover in just a sec because everybody loves the cover. But I want to point out this one part in the breakdown that's exactly like the fucking shit we were just listening to from Return of the Living Dead. And I've noticed it and I'm like, I can't be the only one that noticed this. You know what I mean? There.
That
Yeah, come on now. That's like.
Oh, that's catchy as shit.
You know. I feel like that's.
That's great, Phil.
That's some '80s zombie shit. Like, if I made a zombie movie, I would set it in the '80s. I would have zombies come out of the grave. They never have them come out of the grave no more. And I would see if I could get this song for it. You know what's another song that I would get for a zombie soundtrack? But we could talk about that in a bit. I find it kind of sad. But this version, not the fucking remake that everybody loves.
No, it's great. I love it. Oh, I was starting to say, I saw a Depeche Mode tribute recently, and they didn't have keyboard player. They had 2 guitar players. And so, in some ways, I was hoping I would like it more because it's more guitar and it's cooler. But it was missing because you really do need the keyboard stuff. And so a band like...
I mean, I think Tom Morello could pull it off. Tom Morello can make a guitar sound like a fucking keyboard. You know what I mean?
Well,
certain
they weren't
people.
trying to play... Yeah, they were just playing a little different.
Oh, they were just like doing guitar versions of it?
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be cool if you made it sound like it. Like when I hear somebody on a guitar play For Elise. I think that's so cool. You know what I mean? Because you see the notes being plucked rather than the keys being played.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have this image in your head of the keys being played, but you don't. It doesn't seem like something because you're pressing a bunch of keys, like at the same time,
right,
over each other. It doesn't seem like something that can be played on the guitar. So when you see somebody play it on the guitar, it looks like, oh shit, that's dope that you can use a guitar that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You ever listen to Yngwie Malmsteen?
Who's that?
A guitar player that plays.
Look up Gary Jules, Mad World.
Yeah, we'll look up Yngwie in a bit just to show you. Mad World what?
Gary Jules. So this is the one that everybody's been in love with for a little while now. From Donnie Darko. This is Donnie Darko probably sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's a good tune.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was made for Donnie Darko, and then, do you remember the movie The Crazies in 2011? I love that movie.
I don't.
It was a remake of a George Romero movie from 1973, actually.
No, I never saw it.
Well, you should because it's so good. Not the original, the remake. But they used this in the commercials for that too.
It's nice and short too.
No tomorrow. So this one does sound more haunting, but the original does still sound haunting, and it's jamming. You know, like you could put it on and jam at a party and like be like, "What's up, shorty?"
Yeah.
Find it, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if anybody's made a rock version of it. I mean, a heavy rock.
Yeah, I get what you mean. So I was gonna ask you. Speaking of covers, as we're bringing up again now with this, right? In the same breath, speaking about movies,
When covers are better than the original.
how do you feel about remakes of films?
Oh, well.
Do you feel like, come
Most of the
on, make something original?
I can't. Yeah. Most of the time I do. Occasionally, if it might be worth it. I loved Planet of the Apes so much when I was a kid. I was excited for the new ones, but I just don't like that computer stuff. So I just go back and watch the first one if I'm gonna do it.
I'll tell you what, man. Bringing up
I
Planet
wanted
of the
to
Apes.
like it.
You're bringing up Planet of the Apes. I love Planet of the Apes. I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan. I feel kind of like my voice went.
When I was a little kid. I saw my dad took me to the drive-in, and I saw the original.
That's what's up, man. But I am not that old, but I do. What do you call it? Love the original.
Yeah.
I love the original franchise, all 5 movies.
Yeah.
Plus the TV show that takes
TV show was great too.
Takes place like about 100 years before Taylor even got there.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's why humans can talk a little bit, but they're subservient to the apes.
Okay.
And by the time Taylor gets there, the humans can't talk at all. You know what I mean? If you pay attention to the timeline, the humans slowly losing their voice. In the 1990s, I want to say Adventure Comics released a comic line, Planet of the Apes, with about 21 issues or something like that took place in that universe of the original 70s films. You know what I mean?
Oh, I played the hell out of that. I had the Planet of the Apes play
And
set
even though
with the.
you went ape?
I went ape.
Nice,
I
man. That's
Cornelius,
really fucking cool, man.
I had the
Well,
soldier
fucking
apes with machine guns and
Planet
baseball
of, Planet
bats.
of the Apes. This is how nerdy I am. I'm like a film guy, right? You know, Planet of the Apes. It made me a fan of Roddy McDowell
Yeah, I love it.
because it was funny is that my favorite Planet of the Apes is the one that he's not in. Is Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
The second one because
You really
they're
like that
worshiping
one?
because they're
Okay.
worshiping the bomb. And I just thought I was like, oh, this is
I
a
didn't
great
like
fucking
that
sequel.
one much because it wasn't apish enough. It wasn't apey enough.
Well, I like that they explored the world more. What was happening behind
Yeah, no,
the
that was
city
cool.
and stuff
We
like that.
go down to underneath the.
But anyways, why did I bring that up? The showcase, first one, the original, the comics took place in that world, and then in 2001, after not having any Planet of the Apes film for like 2 decades, right? No, none in the 80s, none in the 90s, right? Although people tried to get their hands on it, Peter Jackson tried to direct one. There was supposed to be a movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Planet of the Apes. A couple things almost happened, you know, and
That first one with Helena Bonham Carter, is
that one is the Tim Burton one.
Yeah, Tim Burton. I hated that one.
A lot of people did. I kind of like it just because I love everything that's Planet of the Apes, even the stuff I don't like. I like. That's how hardcore of a fan I am.
I wish I was.
But oh man, I could tell you another story about that. But that was in 2001. So after 2 decades of no Planet of the Apes, they give it to Tim Burton, who spits in the faces of the fans.
Yeah.
Because the fans
I was expecting so much from him.
are like, we love this original. Give us as much of what we love about the original as possible. And he's like, this is not a remake of that movie. This is a reimagination of the book. You know what I mean? He does that with every single one of the remakes. If you look at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory versus Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, right? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the name of the book.
Yeah.
And they go back into the ending. Like, it's more accurate to the book, but it's also like a complete disregard for the Gene Wilder one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Which you don't do. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't like Tim Burton. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not a Tim Burton fan. There are a couple Tim Burton films.
Was Mars Attack?
That I like. Yeah, I think that was him.
Mars Attacks was alright.
No, for me, Sleepy Hollow is my favorite Tim Burton film. I think that's a great film.
I never seen it all the way through. I saw part of it.
I thought it was a great depiction of a handful of things.
I liked what I saw.
There was a great depiction of a handful of things, but I'm not going to get too into that because I don't want to praise him. Because I'm not a Tim Burton fan. I think
I'd like to watch Edward Scissorhands again.
I never want to watch Nightmare Before Christmas again.
I don't either. I didn't like it that much. I mean, everybody loved it. I didn't like it. I didn't care.
I'm good. And And he always does that. He remakes something, and when he does it, he disregards the classic film that we love to put his own spin on it, which is fine. I mean, it's not fine. It's annoying because no, but that's why the new remake of Planet of the Apes was so beloved, because it paid homage to the original a million times over. You know, and the fans were like, thank you, fuck you, Tim Burton.
Cool.
Thank you, Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, for giving us what we want. Thank you, Rupert White. I'm trying to remember the people who did it. The Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver did the screenplay, and then I think it was directed by Rupert Wyatt, and then Matt Reeves took over for the second one because of creative differences.
Well, Bitchin. All right.
Yes, but
what was the next song you wanted? You said you wanted to play something else, right?
Okay, so let's see here. Where are we gonna go?
I thought we had an idea of something that you wanted to play, but then first we'll do this.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking punk rock earlier. I got an idea. I'll play a song while you think of something. See what you think of this. I don't listen to much new music, so I'm always happy when I find something interesting. And this is like the new punk. Amyl and the Sniffers.
Sounds punkish.
They're from Australia.
Crusty, right?
They're very.
I got something. I got for you to pull up, but you go ahead and play this first.
I'm trying to. Chewing gum is what I want to do. This is the first song I heard from him. So and it has just a good little thing. I don't know. We'll find out. See what you think. They're trashy, and they're Australian. Great tone. Stuck on you, just like chewing gum.
Yeah, it's hot.
But it's weird how lack of melody there is.
No, well, that's one of the things that I like about punk rock. Because I identify as a poet over a musician. So when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you do music," and I would say I would be like, "Well, I perform over music. I work with music, but I'm a poet. Right. You should speak that. That's what you should speak. My art is the words. You know what I mean?"
Let's keep rolling.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, do you mind if I talk while it keeps going?
I'll let you talk a little bit, and then we'll get.
All right. No, so I just feel like that's what punk rock and rap has in common, is that like the vocals aren't about being as musical as much as it's about being emotive.
Yes.
And passionate and communicating your point.
I like almost all their shit I've heard, and they are the trashy new punk, and I can't think of any. There's not many bands like that anymore, and there wasn't for a long time. Everybody was so politically correct. I think, these guys are coming out now pretty strong, opening some big shows at stadiums, and I think they opened the Foo Fighters somewhere.
Don't you think it's a little woke with this chick lead singer? No, I'm just kidding.
What? I couldn't hear you.
I said, don't you think it's a little woke with this chick lead singer? They're throwing another woman at us in the forefront. I was just kidding. No, because I saw this meme that was making fun of Marvel for having all these women at the forefront of all these movies.
Oh.
Post Endgame.
Post Endgame. What?
Endgame is the epic movie where they kind of wrapped up the storyline with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans.
I haven't watched any of those.
Iron Man and
Okay, well, I've seen some of those. I've seen Iron Man. I guess I've seen the whole.
Endgame was the last Avengers movie. We haven't
I
had
don't know. I'm not sure if I've seen an Avengers.
We haven't had an Avengers movie since 2018, and that was
Endgame.
Endgame.
Okay, and that everybody died or something.
Yeah, well, everybody died in
Except
Infinity
for
War.
Okay.
And then in Endgame, they came back to save the day.
Maybe I did see that.
And when they did, a couple significant people died. I won't spoil it for you.
Okay. I wouldn't remember it for 2 seconds. Anyway.
Oh no, she's sexualized enough.
Let's just say I'm young and sort of dumb. Stuck on you like chewing gum.
Well, sure. It just sounds like, just people expressing themselves. So yeah, I think this is fucking fire.
Just for once, here I am, a vision, hold on tight. Give me something, I'm alive. Just for once I ride.
Throwing a tantrum up there.
Just for you, I don't have to be so crazy. Stuck on you.
I want to play a hip hop song.
Okay.
One that
Let's get through this. Love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Raunchy. Hip hop. That's what you're all about.
Yeah, this is not, again, this is, if we would have gotten the proper episodes recorded.
Yes.
That was what I wanted to introduce, but we've already had that moment. It's kind of like came and went. I want to play this track just because I was feeling that energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is great hip hop that captures an energy that I think that you could appreciate.
Is this another Jay-Z song? Or what are we
No,
doing?
this is underground hip hop. This is P.O.S. So we're gonna look up P.O.S.
P.O.S.
space and then is ruining my life. Yeah. Wait.
Oops.
You messed it up.
Yep.
Right there. P.O.S. is ruining my life. Yeah. Play that shit.
There's a lyric version.
I doubt it. It's really underground.
Good video then, maybe. Who knows? Or we just listen.
All right, yeah,
it's better to
tell me
listen.
Think of this jam. Just
well, don't start talking again because I can't hear you when it's loud.
I won't.
Buried under a flask and caught peeking from the bottom of a glass. All this nonsense, innocence, common sense, consequence, indulgence in bourbon. This herb between city kids is disturbed. I look around and see the same shit from her. She could just sit silent, watch her life just pass by in a blur. Ain't it funny? We can sneak into our lives and then stir over the perfect things to say and then just choke on the words. Everybody wanna be the next. Everybody wanna be in step. Everybody wanna fuck. Everybody want the consequences. Defense. Everybody's got shit luck. Everybody wanna move to their own beat. Everybody wanna make a dent. Every girl is looking for the next best thing. Every boy's in love with his girl's best friend. Everybody hates me. Everybody wanna fight. We can't stand it with the song, but can't sleep in the moonlight. I'm right there with you. Shaking in my own skin. I got the clothes and the jaded grin. I'm at the bar or the coffee shop, but I don't like drinking and I fucking hate coffee shops. I'm off to stop the world. It's been screaming like I top the world. This ain't amusement. I'm a loser. It's bullshit. 2 cents. But everybody seems to have the same change, but can't blame my father. 2 cents. But can't spend nothing if I'm holding the cup. It's like if you come down and just breathe in and out. You'll feel a whole lot better. Close your eyes. If you can't see them, then they can't see you. Right, close your eyes. I can never be what I wanna be, nothing but a man, nothing deeper inside of me, nothing I can understand if I try. And so I try to get a grip, a hold, a handle, a hand. I can never be what I wanna be, nothing but a man, nothing deeper inside of me, nothing I can understand if I try. And so I try to get a grip, a hold, a handle, a hand. And it's strange to think it might break, scratch, crack, silence, face. And it's strange to think it might break, scratch, crack. I live in the city like any other. We all live alone. The only difference is we don't seem to know it. Frozen and lonesome when it's cold. In the summer, gotta wait for the loathing. Holding our postures so low. And we drink so there's not much worth noting. Strolling so vacant, so shaken, so ghost, so gone, so mistaken, so broke, so complacent, so worn out, so worn out, so worn out, so full of doubt, so full of restraint, so full of that self-control. Or the lack thereof, that we doubt the soul. Come down and just breathe in and out. You'll feel a whole lot better. Close your eyes. If you can't see them, then they can't see you. Right, close your eyes. I can never be what I wanna be. Nothing but a man. Nothing's evil inside of me. Nothing I can understand. If I try, can't see what I try. Get a grip, see a handle.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like the guitar. I like that end, that chorus. I like the restraint. That's something that when I'm here in the recording studio working with bands, often restraint is the word I have to use to tell them, you know, you're not playing live. It's slower. All album songs are slower than the band plays them live, you know, and Ramones are the perfect example. They play pretty fast as it is, but it's lightning live. You know, it's insane. But yeah, you got to keep everything cool so that there's enough space for the vocals to be clearly heard and not too fast. There was lots to like about that song, but the restraint and the space, you know,
right,
and then
right,
you know you
right.
got to know it.
Yeah, that timing.
It didn't take long to catch on either. It is good. So that was. I definitely say that's a good tune.
I saw this. I went to see Atmosphere, popular Midwest indie hip hop, which of course P.O.S. is popular Midwest indie hip hop. Sponsored by Atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Rhymesayers Entertainment, Doomtree, all that good stuff. But yeah,
12 years ago.
Yeah, so I went to. I went. It was like 2005. I went to go see Atmosphere. And you know,
does he have an industrial sound like this too?
No, he's just regular indie hip hop. You know, actually, you remember that one I recorded to in the studio that you were like, I like this beat a lot, and it was just this groovy beat.
I remember liking one a lot.
Yeah, that was Atmosphere. You know what I mean? So, anyways. When you go to a hip hop show, or at least during this era, for me, in my experience, it was that, you know, you have the couple of openers. First opener is gonna have like a couple of people while everybody else is at the bar chatting and stuff like that. A couple of people are gonna be in the audience for that first opener.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it gets a little bit more close to 30%, you know, as it gets closer to the band. And then finally get the main guy, and then you got like 98% of the people there. You got like maybe 1 or 2 people at the bar, right? And this guy, I remember walking in, and immediately, he. By the way, you know, as much as you hear all this guitar, right? He doesn't have a band on stage with him. He goes on stage. I mean, I don't know if he still does this, but at this time he went on stage, and I always wanted to bite him for this. I always wanted to steal this idea. You know, is he just comes out on stage? It's just him. with a fucking ghetto blaster. You know what I'm saying? Boombox.
Nice.
You know, on his shoulder, and it's just playing rock. Crazy fucking rock that sounds a lot like this, but you know isn't necessarily that song yet. And then he puts it down. He presses stop on the fucking cassette player, and he starts talking to the audience or whatever. Presses play on it, and fucking brings it back in and shit like that. Oh my god, I just wanted to fucking have a cassette player. You know what I'm saying? Just like that for a while because of him. But my point is he had like 90% of the crowd in front of him, and he was an opener that I didn't know, and I was like excited to be there. And then
Is this somebody we need to look up and play something?
This is we just did.
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay.
And then
I thought you were talking about the guy that you.
I go run to the merch table and I'm like, "Yo, let me get that P.O.S." And the dude looks up and it's him. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And I was like, "Yo, man, that shit was fucking fire, man."
Yeah.
And then
they can't afford to hire somebody there on the.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, it's indie, it's underground. You know what I'm saying?
Most bands do that.
Fucking punk rock, man. You know what I mean?
Very often they. Okay, I remember the Scorpions had a band, all-girl band, open up for them. I can't remember their name.
Kitty?
Huh?
Kitty?
No, it wasn't Kitty.
Okay. Sorry.
No, this was recent. And shit, I can't remember who it was. They're not very popular, but I remember reading up on it, trying to find out who they were and stuff before. And they had to pay to play, you know, the shows. Plus, they only make money on merchandise. So right after they get done playing, they run straight out. So you can, if you want to miss a little Scorpions, you could have hung out with all that whole girl band, and that happens a lot, and people don't realize it, that the opening band is out there hawking merch.
It's one of the things that's great about going to shows is getting to know new artists that you wouldn't have known before, and seeing if they're good or not. I love going to a show and seeing an artist or that I didn't know before and getting the crowd and giving them my energy. You know what I mean? Being a participatory audience member, throwing some energy and some love at them. You know, because they're in a town they nobody knows them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
and so
that's got to feel great.
They're trying, but you know what I mean.
Do you have any shows for yourself coming up?
Yes, I do. I'm actually performing at Sean's Tavern on March 1st, Saturday, March 1st at 7 p.m. That's in case you're not familiar. It's actually here in Aurora.
Yeah.
If you know where Ilif and Parker and Havana make that little triangle, it's right there.
I didn't know they were having
right there.
Rap and hip hop. I know they have some rock shows and stuff.
Of Aurora.
Cool. Yeah, they don't make a good drink there. I might try it. I might go back. I might stop by and see how that is.
It was a good chill vibe last time.
You've done it before?
Yeah, this is the second time I'm performing with this, with the people, these promoters, and with this particular venue. Last time I went, up until this point, up until the last time I went, last time was in October. I had been performing at just open mics. And it got to where I was developed this. I connected with this open mic community, you know. It's called Central Park Hip Hop, you know. So that's something here in Aurora that we get down with.
Cool.
But it's also the Aurora and surrounding areas. There's a dude from Boulder that's involved, a chick from Thornton. You know what I'm saying? Some a lot of Fort Collins, Thornton, one of those. But yeah, like a lot of talent. And then I go to this show. This is in October, and it was so much different talent than I had seen from the open mics, and real professional, real clean dudes, and a handful of people that were so good that I had to go home and buy their record.
Nice.
One was Easy General, Easy EY, General. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fire. And the other one that really stands out is She Who Won't Be Named. These are both local artists, local hip-hop artists who are really talented and just putting out some great content that should definitely be getting loved by the local community.
But I don't know where that sound's coming from. It's better now, isn't it? As I moved your phone away from the cord.
My apologies for breaking out my phone again.
How weird. Yeah, it was the phone. That must give off a lot of radiation.
It's the gigawatts. It's the gigawatts.
Yeah.
It goes off the gigawatts.
Wowzers. Holy crap. That's a lot of... So, what else should we listen to?
We could listen to anything, man. We could watch a movie scene. Oh, I know what I wanted to play for you. You say you never seen it last time we was chilling. Look up the trailer for Deathgasm. speaking of Australia, this is an Australian horror movie. And it's just so good. I saw it twice. First time I saw it, I thought, man, this is so great. Second time I thought I saw it, I was like,
Whoa,
yeah,
it's
this
loud.
is still so great. You know what I mean? Just so
That
great.
evil heavy metal that your parents hate you
Oh,
listen
cool.
to. You know those lyrics about hell, demons, and doom? What if I told you it's all real? I know. I was there.
Squirt him with piss.
It's piss.
That's me, Brody. My friends are losers, so we started a band.
Check it out.
Ricky Daggers. Is he dead? Wouldn't it be crazy if the music had something to do with demons?
Demons. We're all gonna die.
I translated those pages. Now people are turning crazy, like possessed crazy.
What's up?
That was pretty cool, as is, I mean, the axe and the...
Damn, wonder who that is.
Sure, I'm in the right tuning.
Brother of Steel.
Well, that looks pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, man. Super bitchin'.
Cool. No, I hadn't heard of that.
Yeah, man. Fucking Deathgasm, man. Yeah, man. Rock and roll and, horror have a special relationship.
For sure. We were talking about that movie Trick or Treat earlier with that band Fastway. I always liked them.
I was watching recently Howling 2.
I'm not sure if I've seen that. What's the...
I think it's My Sister's a Werewolf or some shit like that. And it had this one band that was in it, and it was just repeated scenes. It's just like it was memory straight from my childhood. And I was like, man, the Power... What is this?
Oh, I'm just looking. Because I'm not sure what the song was. You know, that thing we were just watching that
Right, Deathgasm?
had a kind of a thrashy song in it. And it reminded me of another song from a movie. Oh, what's this? This ain't what I meant to do. Or maybe it is. Yeah, it is.
From Slaughterhouse?
Well, Powermad, and I don't know the movie Slaughterhouse, but this was also used in Wild at Heart. Nicolas Cage went down, we're going down to see Powermad, and they actually used their name.
Nice. You gotta love it when like a good band referenced in the movie. So now I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
This was a decent album, too. Whoa.
We're about to be funded right now. We're demonetized. It just
Oh,
happened.
are
It
we?
just happened.
Whoa.
No, our vocals.
I know, it takes a while.
Good vocals. What did you think of that? Well, I don't want to interrupt the vibe of this song.
Go ahead.
I was just thinking, what did you think of that one song, By the Darkness? Was that the name of the band, The Darkness? Thing Called Love?
Yes, that was good. Oh my God, that guy can sing.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Thing Called Love?
Yeah, By the Darkness. I think
That
it's
guy's
called.
Justin Hawkins or something like that.
Yeah, The Darkness right there.
Yeah, they loved Queen, obviously.
Yeah, they were unapologetic. I could see a band. You were going to like just bar, but it had live music,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Yeah, we rock band. We take requests. We just do whatever you need to do." You know what I'm saying? Would you tailor your request to challenge them?
Oh,
like,
if there was a band taking request. God, I don't know.
or would you just
I
pick
would
something that they probably
probably
could
pick
pull off?
something that they can really rock, because who wants to see a disaster? I mean, shit. See enough disasters in life. I get that there could be some good humor in making them, because
No, not making them, not
Or,
not
you know,
doing
and-
it to be a dick. I'm just
No.
saying, like, say, well, can you do this?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Can you like I don't know. Like I had this,
Well,
this band once was like, oh, we could do whatever hip hop track, and I asked
they
for
can do hip hop.
they were doing hip hop tracks. They were like kind of like a jazzy band, and they and I said, well, the Fugees. Which one did I get? Fuji La? That's a tough one for a band to pull off. I just wanted to see if they were gonna catch, because I feel like sometimes when you can't do what they're actually doing in the song, you can still do something that mimics
Sure.
the sound and spirit of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and captures it, and it's like, oh, that's cool the way that they
Yeah.
approached that.
Good theme for a movie and things. The Power of Rock. What other ones did that? I know there's a million of them.
Tenacious D.
Well, there you go. Pick of Destiny was something.
I mean,
Um,
I'm sure that's been done again and again.
I know it has. And, there's things like, just the rock as a theme. Rock and Roll High School, the Ramones movie. Did you ever watch that?
I think I saw the sequel to it with Corey Feldman.
I haven't seen that.
Rock and Roll High School Forever.
Oh, yeah, I have not seen that.
Which is funny because now I want to see that one that I saw when I was younger, and I can only find the real good one, the original one.
The original Rock and Roll High School is fun as shit. It's dumb. It's dumb as could be, and that's what's so good about it. I
Well, the
guess
second one was dumb too. So
Dee Dee Ramone was so bad at acting or even reading that it took him 7 tries to say, "Hey, pizza."
it's like the Room.
What's that?
It's like The Room.
The Room.
Yeah. You don't know about The Room?
What's The Room?
With what's his name? Tommy. It's this iconically bad movie. It's bad acted and bad directed, and it's just these two actors that were like decided to make their own movie. They're like, fuck, we're just gonna make our own movie. But the guy who made the movie, the main guy who was putting all the money into it, it was just mysterious. Nobody knew who he was, where he came from, where his money came from. He had all this money he's putting into this film, and he's just making this film happen. And it's and he's got this weird fake accent, but it doesn't sound like anything. And they don't know who he is, how old he is, but he's making this movie, and it's just iconically bad. And it became kind of a cult classic later.
Okay.
And then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's what Tommy Wiseau. Wiseau, that's what it is." Tommy
Now that
Wiseau.
you've said all this shit, it's coming back to me.
They made a movie
I saw
about it.
I saw clips of the
by
movie about it.
The Disaster Artist with
Uh-huh.
Seth Rogen and James Franco.
I just saw a segment about it. So yeah, that.
Oh, The Disaster Artist is a great movie. I really enjoy that movie. Watch it from time to time. It's one that I know I could just throw on, and I'm gonna enjoy the movie, even though I've seen it a few times.
What was your first song that you remember really loving as a kid? I'm trying to think of that myself. I
feel
wouldn't know
like
how to answer.
I feel like it would probably be To the Beat of the Rhythm of the Night. To the beat of the rhythm of the night.
Oh, wow.
Because I used to be a fan of that movie, The Last Dragon. Do you remember that?
No.
With Bruce, Show Enough. Who's the master? Show Enough. It's like pull up I can't. Oh man, this is a movie you gotta see because I watched Trick or Treat. You gotta watch fucking. It's like a kung fu movie that's from the streets of New York. Look up Last Dragon. Look up scene. Just see what happens when you say scene. We'll see what kind of scenes they got going on. What scenes they have available. Let me see. Final fight scene, not that. Who's the master? Yeah, play that one.
Now that looks kind of familiar.
The sign outside says this here school is for instructions in the martial arts. So we thought we might get some lessons. Yeah, when we sign up.
How many?
I like to learn some kung fu.
Come on.
Come on, Leroy. Teach me something.
I do not wish to fight you.
Leroy's wearing the Bruce Lee
Wish to fight then.
get up.
They call him
One
Bruce
of
Lee.
them, or one of the ladies, maybe. Yeah, since you're too much of a sissy to fight me, maybe they're more your speed.
He says, "Kiss my
Get
cock."
it, girls. Maybe you can get a rise out of this limp wimp.
Yeah.
You wanna wrestle with me? All you've got is this bod, and that's about it. Love to peel this banana.
Oh, come
Nice
on,
hair.
handsome. Show us your
Stop! How's about a little kiss on my face?
Oh, he's too much of a gentleman to hit a lady.
Baby, shut up!
None of their head.
Scared to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, come on, Leroy.
Those are his students.
Uh-huh. He wants to set a good example.
Yeah, that's right. Bow, sucker. Yeah. Bow down to your master. Yeah, coolie. Kiss my Converse.
Kiss my Converse.
So sorry. Excuse me. Bow.
Show enough. This guy is not good,
Gonna come save the day.
but he thinks that because he's Asian, nobody will mess with him if he put up a show.
You wanna fight? You fight me, you big, ugly, smelly breath sucker! How about you, Stream Bean Rick James?
Fool beast, kill him.
Bow down, or I'm gonna snap this clown in two. Yeah, that's right, fool.
Kiss him.
Oh, shit.
Beast, let him go. You may not wish to fight me now, sucker, but you will. I'm gonna see to that. Sayonara. Who's the master? Who's the master?
So, To the Beat of the Rhythm of the Night was one of the main songs of this movie. It was one of the more pop songs of this movie. So that's why it stands out to me, and it's what stood out to me as a kid. But Willie Hutch, on the other hand, look up Willie Hutch. Willie Hutch, if you don't mind me continuing to show you something.
Go ahead.
Willie Hutch put out a really really good song on the soundtrack of this, "The Glow," right there. That's something that's like the theme for this soundtrack. It's so good. Tell me what you think of this.
That's very 80s.
Yes, sir.
Now all the masters know that you need to glow, you need to you live to love hot, you gotta move to the upper level. Cause when you got the glow, there is no stopping what you want to do. To reach that upper level, your mind, body, and soul must be one. It's a sacrifice, it takes hard work, it's a way of life.
Just telling the story, you know.
This is straight from the movie, you know. Glow. Now they got the fight, and then they got a glow around them.
Oh god.
Shit is so fucking sick.
It's pretty bad.
And I look, huh?
It's pretty bad.
You don't like it? I love it. I love it. But it's my childhood.
The keyboard bass line's fun.
This will forever be fucking hot fire to me too.
I didn't know there was a black-themed karate movie.
Are you
other
kidding?
than some fun ones, you know, like, you know,
Black Dynamite?
Black Dynamite, Black Belt Jones.
Yeah, man. What you talking about?
But I mean, a modern one, or I don't know, with
This
a
is-
soundtrack, a big popular one.
Yeah. Shit was so
I do
iconic.
love a good blaxploitation movie.
This is iconic. Iconic. Directly your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza. You know? Good score music.
Did this inspire you to do karate?
I don't know if it might have, probably in the moment, you know, because I was a little kid back then.
Yeah.
Like I never actually did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it did inspire me to like focus and work out. You know, kind of get on top of my mental game, my physical game. The song, the movie, inspired me to be the better man. You know what I mean?
Lovely.
And it inspired me to, you know, get deeper into this fun, funky culture of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess if you saw it real young.
It's iconic, man. Busta Rhymes did his own rendition of it. Look up Busta Rhymes.
He did this song?
No, not this song. He did Show Enough. Look up Busta Rhymes. I think it's God, just look up Busta Rhymes Show Enough. Probably no go. I think it might be the. Wait, hold on. Scroll back up. Not a little bit down, right there. What's that? I think it might be the Dangerous video. It was one of the music videos. Go ahead.
What's the big deal?
No, right now I can tell you it's not. Let's go to the other one. Put your hands where my eyes can see. Let me see if they can do it there. Let's see. Skip into the. Because there's this, I think he does a thing with he had the greatest music videos. He had one where he was headbutting a ram. Yeah, no, this is fucking great. This is a fucking beautiful video though, but no, it's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Go back up. I don't see why it wouldn't just pull out with Busta Rhymes Show Enough. Hold on, scroll down. I know that there's something they probably captured it in that thing.
That's not it right there.
No. Scroll down. Huh.
Show Enough Busta. Oh, it's the video.
I guess go to the first one. It probably compares them, so you'll see it still. But he does it like it in It must be in Dangerous, see? Yeah, see?
Hey, yo, Leroy!
See, yeah, there you go.
Am I the meanest? Am I?
See, he's doing his impression. Because it's so iconic. It was like, it's a bit cheesy, but like that's part of what's lovable about it. Don't you love Troma? Don't you like cheesy films?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I'd never seen that, so I didn't get it. I'm sure you've seen and loved The Warriors.
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
That's been done in hip hop again and again and again and again.
It has.
You look up like D12 fight music. Look up D12 fight music real quick. Okay. Yeah. Pull. Yeah. Uncensored video. There you go. This isn't doing The Warriors. Pull it back down.
What?
Pull it back down for a second. Let me pull back.
What are you talking about?
Go back to the results. Because I feel like... Yeah. Go to the
BET
first
version.
one. Because that was not any of the... Yeah, see? See? That's the whole video. They cut out the part that was The Warriors.
If you can count. We got rock stars.
See, that's Ice-T.
Standing right
Cool.
next to pop icons. We got rap stars standing right here next to R&B. Nobody is wasting nobody. But then look what we have here. D12, the Dirty Dozen, led by some white boy named Eminem. They are single-handedly destroying the music industry. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Cool.
Now look up. Now look up Eric Sermon.
What? Oh,
Eric Sermon.
Eric Sermon.
Now spell Eric with a K. E-R-I-C-K. Sermon. Can you dig it?
Shit.
It's not gonna be one of those. Yeah. Got it. That's not it. There you go. Can you dig it?
Eric Sermon, no need for those to guess y'all. I confess y'all when I spit that.
Eric Sermon is great.
No stopping ya. Tear the club up like 3-6 Mafia. I'm real. React when it's time to peel. Step if you want it, come get it, come with it. What the deal? Your dog, I roll tight in my stinking Lincoln with black frames, gray interior with the wood grain, and 2 stash boxes for funds and guns. I don't own a Uzi, but my 9 weighs a ton. Kid, we be the more deaf as no squad can catch us. We taking the drastic measures to fulfill the pledges.
You know what I'm saying? It's like all over the place.
It's too iconic, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's hip hop as fuck. Hip hop embraced Warriors like nobody's business.
That movie we were talking about, Over the Edge earlier, that went straight to straight to HBO because of the Warriors causing problems in the theater.
That's actually how you told me when
that's right.
brought it up.
That's
We were
right.
talking about the Warriors, and you were like, "Let me tell you about this other movie."
That's right.
Which is really cool, really fucking cool.
Cool.
I mean, not cool. Not cool of them not to release it in theaters.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It was, I think, maybe the first movie I saw on HBO. My dad had already moved on, and he moved to a town that had cable, where I had not. And I went over there and
excuse me.
And I saw Over the Edge.
All right, let me ask you something. You go to the movie theater, right? And you buy yourself a ticket. And the movie theater says to you, they say, ding, 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 ding. You're the 1 millionth customer.
Okay.
You've won a free viewing of any movie you could think of. We're going to get the movie and we're going to put it on the big screen for you and your friends.
Wow.
What movie are you going to fucking put on that big screen?
Fuck. Fuck, that's a tough one. You know, just to have fun with friends might be a little different than, I don't know. Because you want to have fun. You don't just want to, I don't know. That's a tough one. Do you want to waste it on, you don't want to waste it. I don't know. You know, 2001 would bore everybody to death, and everybody just be talking. And
that's one that you.
But that's one I never seen on the big screen.
I can't fuck with 2001. I really can't. I don't understand the love of it.
I bet it starts getting referenced a little more again with AI coming, getting big. How?
No, I mean, I don't know. Is there anything that's just like good for a theater?
The Exorcist, of course.
Sure.
If you're talking about us,
or you could go
and
with
Jaws.
Exorcist 3.
I love.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste it on that.
You think that'd be a waste?
Yeah.
It's an iconically good.
It was good.
sequel.
It was good. It was weird that it even was a sequel, though, because it's not related to the devil so much, in the demon position.
I think it'd be great to see a lot of different classic movies on the big screen. I get to see, I mean, like, because, when you think of Scorsese, you always think of, like, Taxi Driver. But, you never think of, like, King Comedy.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
King of Comedy.
Have you seen The Joker?
No.
Not the new one. The first one that Joaquin Phoenix did. Because there's a new one, Joker Folie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw the first one.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah, I didn't see the musical.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. It was so bad. It made the first one not as good. That's how bad it is.
Drag. Yeah.
It dragged the first one down. It was almost like the first one's a masterpiece, right? And then the second one is like an apology for the first one. Because they got so much shit for all the people idolizing the Joker. And it's like overcorrection. And it was a musical, but it wasn't a well-done musical. I don't know. I think Tarantino...
How much of it is a musical? Tarantino loved it. He talked about it.
I don't understand it. But anyways, what's it called? The first one. That's what I'm talking about. That one borrowed a lot from Taxi Driver and Taxi Driver and King of Comedy specifically. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which had Robert De Niro in it, of course. Excuse me. Gonna have to edit up my coughs.
Yeah, I might have to turn them down.
God damn.
Oh, man. At least we had a cough button.
I know, right? It's
going
to be a soundbite for later.
Get a cough switch. All right. Well, let's see.
Well...
We've been going for...
we could probably start to wrap up.
We've been going for an hour and 13 minutes.
My throat might be telling me something. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You've been
right.
long-winded long enough,
Yeah. I don't even remember what we talked about since we started over. I didn't tell you in the audience that didn't realize we weren't getting... Did I?
I don't know.
Oh, I think we started maybe saying we're starting again.
This is like the 14th episode. This is the pilot episode of the number 14.
Well, we're talking rock, and
we're talking
whatever, but it's all based around music. We will talk again. We will have another episode.
Absolutely.
Do you have a place to find your music that you want to tell them about?
Yeah. So, Lost. That's LOST. Lost4wordsproductions.com. That's where you're going to get to hear some of my art. Once you go there, the first link that you're going to see is Colorado Settler by Rafa. That's my mixtape. It's on Bandcamp. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music. I'm trying to put together a Apple Spotify friendly version, but as of right now, it's on Bandcamp, and you don't have to buy it in order to check out the music and listen to it or read the lyrics if you want, you know. But if you do want to buy it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's good at lyrics. Check him out.
Yeah, it's a pretty good mixtape. I'm pretty proud of it, you know what I'm saying? And I think it plays well all the way through. Check it out. Rafa.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for stopping by Module Overload. We'll
Super bitchin'.
let's do this. Let's do this again real soon.
For sure.
It's easy to talk.
All right, man.
Rock
Take
and
it
roll.
easy.
Cool.